Hello and welcome to ILTV's Israel Daily. I'm Aaron Porras. And before we begin, we want to remind you again that for more of the best content from Israel, sign up today for our streaming platform, ILTV+. Now, coming up in today's newscast, Israeli President Herzog arriving in Turkey for a landmark visit with his counterpart, President Erdogan. Meantime, despite Kyiv and Moscow agreeing to a tentative ceasefire, Israel moving forward with its new plan to integrate some 25,000 Ukrainian refugees. And finally, is the coronavirus pandemic at an end, or have we mostly just forgotten about it? To begin, a historic meeting long in the making, and which signifying a potential warming of relations that have for years been strained. Israeli President Isaac Herzog and his wife Michal setting off towards Ankara, Turkey for a 24-hour visit opposite Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. The highest level state visit between Israel and Turkey in over a decade's time. Israeli President Isaac Herzog taking a huge first step towards easing the deep-seated tensions that are remaining between Israel and Turkey. In fact, after a series of unfortunate interactions, including Israel's raiding of a Turkish ship that was attempting to breach the naval blockade around Gaza in 2010, neither country even hosting full ambassadors in one another's capitals. Ankara expelling Israel's envoy and recalling its own from Jerusalem in 2011, and an 11-month détente from 2016 to 2018 falling through.
לצערי, היחסים בין מדינותינו עברו תקופת בצורת מסוימת בשנים האחרונות. כעת אני מאמין שהיחסים בין המדינות ייבחנו במעשים שמשקפים רוח של כבוד הדדי ויאפשרו לנו להתמודד טוב יותר עם האתגרים האזוריים והעולמיים המשותפים לכולנו.
But in any case, Herzog explaining ahead of his flight that Israel-Turkey relations are important not just for Israel, but for Turkey and for the whole region. And while he doesn't expect to agree on everything opposite Turkish President Erdogan, Herzog adding that we'll try to restart relations and build them in a measured, cautious manner and with mutual respect between both states. This as Erdogan, for his part, also recently vying for a rapprochement with Jerusalem. Now, as for the goals for this visit, Herzog adding that in its wake, a process of in-depth and serious dialogues with Turkey will begin at various levels, and this reportedly in line with the vision that's been coordinated with Prime Minister Naftali Bennett and Foreign Minister Yair Lapid. Analysts tempering their hopes, though, indicating that the warming of ties will likely be a slow and careful process, a gateway for the building of bilateral relations. And now heading back to Ukraine, Kyiv and Moscow agreeing to a shaky ceasefire, allowing for tens of thousands of civilians to flee the conflict. But the war is not over just yet. With the analysis is former Israeli consul in LA, Yaki Dayan. Thank you so much for joining us now.
Hello.
President Zelensky.
My pleasure.
President Zelensky is saying that they'll still fight until the end, but Israel is saying that the choice is between capitulation or calamity, basically, and that the ball is in Zelensky's court. Isn't this a false choice? Because it seems that Russia wins either way.
You know, there are two battles that are taking place right now. The first one is between Russia and the Ukraine, and here the Ukraine understands that they are all alone. No one is going to fight their war. They have to face the Russians, and no doubt that the Russians have capabilities much more than the Ukrainians. The other battle that is taking place is much beyond Ukraine and Russia. It's about how the 21st century is going to look like, superpowers, etc. And here the world is really coping extremely well with strong sanctions, uniting NATO, and really giving a fight back to the Russians. Now, Zelensky has to make his own calculations, and I think the choice is rather clear, because we see 2 million people that are evacuating the Ukraine today, and the next week we'll see another 2 million, and he has to make a very difficult choice, whether to compromise with Putin or to continue this calamity.
To watch full episodes of ILTV's Israel Daily and tons of other content from Israel, visit our website at iltv.tv or download the ILTV Plus app.